Hello, beautiful people. Whew. Did anyone wake up feeling super freaking exhausted while also like feeling really restless? That has been the energy buzzing around me all day today. And it actually led me to sit down and film. And what kept coming to me through my meditation right before sitting down was capacity. So before we jump into that, I do want to say this is a timeless message, and it is meant to find those that it's meant to find in the time that it does. So if you're here, this is for you. Please take what resonates and please leave what doesn't. But let's jump back into that capacity message. What came through was that you're finding that you have a lot more capacity for things than you ever have before. And I also got this vision of somebody starting one thing, and then while they're in the middle of starting one thing, they're starting another thing. And then while they're in the middle of starting that one thing, they start another thing. And so now you're having like these pockets of unfinished things that you started, but you're also working on all of them at the same time. And there's this energy of you actually feel, even though it's a lot, and if you were really to sit down and compartmentalize it, it might stress you out because it's so much. But at the end of the day, you're moving through every part of that. You're moving through everything that you're working on with grace and ease, and you're getting it done. It's happening. And it's like that is the storm that's been around you, right? We've been talking about sitting in the eye of the storm. And so that is the storm that's been around you, is all the movement that you have created. And what came through with that is you were sitting so calmly in the eye of the storm because you are the eye of the storm. Okay, you are the eye of the storm, and you've been, like, I'm hearing like the conductor. You have been the conductor of all of like everything going around you. You've been the one making the movement happen. Okay? You've been the one clearing things out. You've been the one starting projects. You've been the one saying yes. And so that's why you've been able to sit so calmly in the storm, because you are the eye of the storm, and you knew that all the movement happening around you was working in your highest and best good. And not only was this movement creating positive movement because you're creating a positive movement, it also blew everything out of the path that needed to go. And so the reason why you have more capacity than you've ever had before is because, baby, you made the space for it. Because, baby, you now have the capacity to take on more because you're not holding what was never yours to carry. You cleared that shit out. You let the wind take it. You said, I'm sitting in the eye of the storm commanding this shit, and I'm bringing in the movement that I want, and in the process I'm moving everything away. And that literally feels like the energy that we are in today. And so it feels like a really good energy. And I feel like that's why it's like restless but exhausting, because it's like you may be feeling a little bit tired from doing a lot, maybe a little burnt out from doing. It might be catching up, is what I'm hearing. Things are catching up to you in the sense of like, oh shit, now my body needs a little love. Oh shit, now my mind is a little bit tired. And as I'm shuffling, this came out. Right? You're feeling a little tired. Look at all the shit you're working on, babe. Of course you're tired. Because yes, you are still a human being. Right? Like our souls are infinite and magical, and they don't tire. Our souls don't tire. And it feels like what I'm hearing right now about our souls don't tire. We've elevated our consciousness to a level where we are operating at a soul level, and that is the momentum of the movement happening. And that's why you keep saying yes, because your soul has the capacity and your body's trying to catch up. Your body's like, oh, we're not used to all this. And remember, babe, your mind is the strongest muscle in your body. So it's your body catching up, and you're needing to be really strong in your mind of letting your body know that you're going to take care of it. And there's this need to also take care of your body, right? Allow yourself to pause. Allow yourself to fill your cup. Allow yourself to nurture your body, right? sit in a hot tub with some Epsom salts, get a massage, you know, however you would normally nurture your body. How do you make your body feel good? Doing some yoga, maybe doing a light workout, a light walk in the park. That is so beautiful. All of that is so beautiful for the soul and the mind. It's needing to fill your cup, right? And it's so, I'm hearing right now with this card that it's also community and like allowing your community to fill your cup. Literally 3 of Cups right after that. Yeah. It's like you're in this state of doing so much because you're operating at this soul level and you have this mission. You have these goals. And it feels like you finally have the momentum to put your foot on the gas and say, baby, let's go. And you've been going. And so you've been pouring into other people's cups so much. And it's a lot of inner child healing that's been happening with the momentum. Like you're doing things that feel good to your inner child. You're doing things that are nurturing parts of you that you haven't nurtured. And this also feels like this is part of that filling your cup, right? Of leaning into what does make you feel good in that space of that inner child, and allowing people to see you in that, and allowing there to be a mutual flow of filling of the cup. Right? Because it feels like you've been in a space of giving, and it feels like that's also something that went with the storm of giving without receiving, because the givers are now in the timeline of receiving, and it feels like you're coming into community with other givers, with people who want to give to you as much as you give to them. And so I'm just hearing Spirit say, let them. And I'm also hearing that it's going to you're having like a mental thing here. Lots of wand energy, lots of cup energy. So this is very like this is very much within the emotional realm, while also within our physical realm. Wands for me are movement, creation, fire, power, where the cups are emotional, nurturing. And so there's this resistance as we're talking about givers being in alignment with givers in this time, and allowing other givers to give to you as you give to them. There's like this resistance of, I'm hearing you need to let people help you and take things off your plate. And there's this resistance to, you're not going to be able to do it the way I can do it. That's literally what I heard with this card. And I mean, if you look at how these cards came out, babe. So we have these. Let's see how I can hold these here. Again, you're trying to hold a lot right now, right? And so look at how these came out. You have the 6 of Wands. Ooh, I didn't even realize the 6 and the 6. You have double numbers. You had that, the 6 of Wands, and then you had, I'm sorry, I said 6 of Wands. Yeah, it is 6 of Wands. 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands and 6 of Cups. So again, there's this energy of movement and victory within your career space, within the emotional space. You may also be getting offers of love, like actual love. I'm reading for a collective, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you're not looking for love, then that may not resonate with you, but there may be aspects of that do, right? And remember, babe, love isn't just relationships. Love is such a beautiful energy, and it's so powerful that love is love. You can love your friends. You know what I mean? Like, love at its purest form in the most authentic, sovereign way. And it feels like you've also been fighting for your sovereignty, and so maybe that's why you're resistant to love and resistant to help, is what I just heard. Because you finally... Oh, I couldn't even speak. You finally came into a space of your sovereignty. You feel sovereign over yourself. You feel like you finally came into a space of being in a whole space on your own, in your own space, within your career, within your heart space, within just everything you're doing. You have this sovereignty that you're scared to lose. And you feel like you're going to lose emotional control, physical control, if you allow givers to give to you. And that, in Spirit is saying, that's a false narrative. You have to allow givers to give to you, because you're going to burn out. You're going to burn out if you don't allow givers to give to you too. So stop being so resistant and trying to control everything. Because if you're really in alignment and you're really feeling in alignment with yourself, which this collective is feeling in that space right now. This collective is feeling very much in alignment right now. And so if you're really trusting that, you also have to trust that the people are coming towards you, offering you these, offering help that is in alignment with you. You have to trust that what is coming towards you is also in alignment, that because the people are in alignment, what they help you with will also be in alignment with the vision. And I'm also hearing, don't be afraid to speak up. Like, use your voice to say what you need. Be really, like, when people are offering, or you're getting these presentations of dates, or just help in general, just somebody trying to make your day better. It could be as simple as just like saying a nice thing, right? That you're not allowing your own mental state to block it, and that you're also speaking what you need in that. Hey, I would love that. I would love to go out with you, but this is when I'm available. Hey, I would love for you to help me. This is the vision. How do you feel about that? Like, does that feel in alignment with you, right? Like, checking in, making sure, like, really, oh, I don't know why I grabbed it. Oh my gosh, but like really, it's like this like need to root within, allowing your mental state to shift around help, and also using your voice in allowing the emotional fulfillment to come to you. This is people offering you help, babe. This is people showing up in your life and saying, I see what you're carrying and I want to help lighten the load. And I know that it's not a space that you're used to, because you're used to carrying the weight of the world on your own. Can we just take a look at how the Ten of Cups is flipped over in the middle of the deck? What you're not seeing is that you allowing people to help you is bringing this Ten of Pentacles to you, to the whole community, to you and the people helping you. It's what you're not seeing. The way it was stuck in the middle of the deck, it's like Justice flipped over. It's time to let the karmic scales balance. You don't have to do it on your own. Let people come in and help you. This Justice card coming out after the Ten of Pentacles feels like a shift of energy. It feels like by showing up and rising to the occasion of really being honest with yourself and really using your voice and your mind to help get you through this. Like, it feels like that shift that you're making after this storm has cleared all that shit away. Now that you're seeing things more clearly, the vision might feel super freaking clear right now. It may feel just, it's good energy. It feels really good energy. And it's like, lean into that, babe, and lean into the offers coming into you. Say yes. Spirit literally just said, say yes. Say yes to the connections. Say yes to the collaborations. Say yes to working with new people. Say yes to working with people, because you're not meant to carry the weight of everything on your own anymore. That message came out very clear, very direct. Very clear, very, very, very direct. Bottom of the deck. Six of Pentacles. You have 666. That is literally such a beautiful number of manifestation, of movement, of victory. Reciprocity at every level. It's reciprocity at every freaking level. And it's also have the discernment to make sure you're giving in spaces that are also giving to you. Right? That feels like the reminder in that, with the bottom of the deck energy of like, there may be something you're not seeing. It's stop over pouring. stop over giving to the spaces that aren't giving to you, right? If you're showing up in a space and you're not receiving that reciprocity in energy, in anything, but really energy is blanketed, right? Energy is energy. You could take that as it resonates. But if they're not showing up in reciprocity in energy, period, then Spirit is saying it's time to maybe rethink where you're giving, and maybe rethink where those collaborations are, right? There's this big shift happening, and you're seeing things, and I'm also hearing that with like you've seen more clearly, you may be seeing where people were taking from you. So just have that discernment, right? Again, there's nothing to worry about. This is a great energy, but there is duality in everything, and there are people who don't have the best intentions. So it's really just using your own awareness and allowing that to guide you in this, because I'm feeling right now that you're feeling hesitant in knowing who you can trust, and there's just this reminder to be observant in who is also giving to you, like who you're giving to and how they also pour into you. It's okay for you to have the boundaries of, if I give to you, like just the reciprocity of energy. It's not like a tit for tat energy. It's more so just, does the energy feel balanced? Okay, again, take that as it resonates. Does the energy feel balanced? Am I over giving here? Am I giving this person, this situation, this place too much? What am I walking away with? When I leave this connection, when I reach out to this person, when I show up to this space, when I do this thing, how does it make me feel in my body? Do I feel lit up, or do I feel like, I need a distance, right? So check in with yourself. That's how you're going to know, and that's how you're going to work through that hesitancy within your body. That's how you're going to find the balance within yourself. What came out, like boundaries, literally. As I was shuffling the oracle, the first card that flipped over, where do you need to establish better boundaries? Boundaries. And again, look at how all these hands are taking. Look at this beautiful open vessel, radiating in balanced energy, loving, pure. Like you see the body language on them, just open and beautiful and giving. And you have all these hands reaching in and saying, what can I take? What's mine? This is for me. What can I have here? And it's just having, again, you need to have the boundaries to make sure you're maintaining this 10 of Pentacles. Okay? Where are you being called to journey to? So if this feels like you're moving in alignment in this space, now more so than ever, of making sure that you're moving in spaces that are in alignment with where you're journeying to, and that feels resonant with the boundaries, because you may be leaving spaces, places, people. You may be walking away. There may be like the end of the tail, right? Or maybe those people that you let go, blow away with the wind of the storm, maybe they're feeling it now. Maybe they're feeling your boundary, and you can feel them trying to pull at you, and Spirit's just reminding you to stay firm on your boundaries. People will say what they need to say to pull back at your energy. Okay, it feels like, you know, the situation or person or people I'm talking about. It's almost like, if you're not showing up to give this situation attention, it's not showing up for you in any way. And so you've distanced yourself. You've put a boundary, and the energy is trying to come back, right? I think I spoke about this in a previous message, where it's just when you're about to level up, just when you're about to reach that space, you're going to be tested. And it feels like, in order for you to maintain this 10 of Pentacles, you have to be in the space of having justice within yourself, of knowing what feels good and doesn't, okay? Because you are the High Priestess, and you are being called to lead. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? A lot of inquisition questions on this. I'm actually going to drop these questions in the description box. These feel really resonant to the Sag full moon we have coming up on the 30th, because that full moon is creating movement, right? And so you might be in the liminal space of like the dust clearing, in a few days, within the next few days, you're going to start feeling the movement of it. And so it's, how are you being called to lead within that movement? And again, this feels like you're the leader of your own being. You're the leader of your own boundaries. You're the leader of what you're doing. You're the leader of what you're calling in. You're the leader of what is happening around you, and you already know that. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You see that? And you see how they're touching foreheads in the connection of that third eye? So you're in alignment with people in alignment with you, babe. And you have to trust that within your body. And what I'm hearing right now is, now that you're feeling what it feels like to be free in your own energy around people who are free in their own energy, you're now able to see and feel more clearly those who are not in alignment. And as you're feeling this freedom of moving in alignment with people, and it feels like it's new people, honestly. It feels like, yes, you're gonna, obviously, like, we have our people that you know, our soul people, and so yes, you have your inner circle, but it feels like, in addition to that, right, some newer energy might be coming towards you, and it feels really good because it's in alignment, and there's just this need to allow yourself to be free in that, and to allow yourself to trust that, because you don't have to do it alone anymore. And it feels scary. It feels scary. I actually posted something similar on my Instagram of, safety feels scary if you've never felt safety before. And it feels like that is such a resonant energy for the collective, as you've been healing through so much, purging through so much, coming to your own authenticity. It's like you're now feeling safe within your energy and within your boundaries. It can still feel scary. But this card is just reminding you that you're to move in alignment and to allow yourself to be free, to have your pod. To have your pod. Oh, it just made me feel really happy. I love whales. Whales have been my... I just love whales. We won't get into my love of whales, because I'll go on a tangent. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. And this feels like be held by you. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the freaking treadmill. Get off the treadmill. I added my own twist because I can. So, I mean, that definitely feels like the message with the ending of that being take a break and rest. It's that reminder that through this energy, through this newness, through this movement, through all the beautiful things you're doing, babe, to replenish your soul to replenish your soul in a way that allows you to be receptive to this energy, and to just be patient, because the work you've been doing has been a life's mission. A life's mission, okay? Like, I feel like we have awakened at such a deep, big level that it feels new, and Spirit is wanting to remind you, babe, that none of it is new. This has been a mission that you've been working on for lifetimes, is what I'm hearing. And that this is a lifetime you've allowed yourself to unlock certain things within yourself. You've allowed yourself to walk through certain doors. I'm hearing right now you allowed yourself to rewrite your story. You went into your own archives and you took out the pages, the chapters, the people that do not resonate with your soul's mission, because you cleared those karmic balances and karmic debts. Oh, that came through big. You've cleared your karmic debts. Like, it's just allow yourself to rest into it, is what I'm hearing. Like, you cleared your karmic debts, so karmic abundance is coming to you. I mean, we've talked about this in readings, right? It's coming back to you. The good karma. Karma is only bad if you move in bad karma. And so if you've been a good person, you've been moving on, in the way that is in alignment with integrity to your soul, you're now being blessed with karmic blessings. You have to allow yourself to rest into it. I'm hearing breath work. breath work. Breath work is my go-to. I also really, really love scream therapy. Scream therapy in my car. If you just need to release any last bit of tension, any frustration, stress, I highly recommend driving down a highway, a road, windows down, blasting some music, and screaming at the top of your lungs, and then saying thank you at the end of that, and then seeing how that feels in your body. I love doing that. I drive through the Red Rocks here in Las Vegas, and I love screaming through the Red Rocks. But okay, this is a beautiful message, babe. Bottom of the deck, the reminder: don't dim to fit in. Let's be freaking weird together, okay? Because I know I've been out and about being my weird ass self. Like, I've just been so embracing that I'm a weirdo, and I love my weirdness, and I'm also eclectic, and I embrace that too, right? So it's just, there's just this, you're embracing. It feels like you're embracing those parts of you for the first time in a way that does feel free, and you're recognizing those places where you do have to dim. And what I'm hearing right now is, this feels very specific, so this is going to be for a specific person or a specific few, but you're leaving a situation that has made you dim your light for a long time, and you've stayed because you there was love there. You stayed because there was some sense of loyalty within that, and you're realizing how imbalanced that has been, and so there is some grief and some hurt in that. And babe, just rest and love on you. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself be in the energy, and know that you are the eye of the storm. Okay, you're the conductor. You're conducting the freaking storm around you. You're creating the life of your dreams with that blank canvas. Like, you have been doing so much work, and I'm so proud of you, because you've been doing it with so much grace and ease, and you've been carrying the weight of the world and other things on your shoulders for so long, and it feels like what you're building is so big you have to ask for help in order for you to get any sort of break ever again in life, because what you're doing, babe, is massive. And so there's this need to delegate, there's this need to rest, there's this need to replenish. Hydrate has been a big thing. Water. Drink your water. Drink more water than you normally would. Eat lots of fruit right now. Just this need to replenish the mind, body, and soul, and having that cognizant awareness of what you are replenishing with. Okay, this is a beautiful message, and again, I'm so proud of you. I love you so much, and I'm so excited to hear about the things you guys are doing in this world. It's a beautiful thing. You're not alone, and I love you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next message, babe.